The college basketball experience pregame show for Thursday night, February the 13th edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with that promo code TCESGPN to get a 100% deposit up to $1,000. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Edge Boots. Earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go over to edgeboots.bet, promo code SGPN. Last but not least, we're brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your 7-day free trial today by heading over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. Welcome, everybody, into the college basketball experience pregame show for Thursday night, February the 13th, baby. Oh, boy, one more day of the week, and then we'll be on a 3-day weekend. Lots of college hoops. Can't wait for it. If you want to hear who you're listening to, I am Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Also known as Moneyline Mac over here at the College Experience. All right, joining me to talk college hoops, you guys know him from the Underdog Fantasy Daily article. He is Cannabis Capper. He's got his DCU shirt on. CC, what's up, man?
Mac, it's good to be here. Good to be back. Quite a day yesterday. Our good friend Michael B had a bit of a struggle session, did he not? Or was it? No. Our good friend Zach was the struggle section. I apologize. I confused our trolls. I apologize.
Yeah, Mike B had the tough day 2 days ago. Whoever we give the spotlight of the day to, it usually doesn't go well. Maybe they can bounce back.
Let's hope.
I love it. Hey, they always go 8-1 when they don't put their picks in here. But then when you make them put the picks in, it doesn't go well. But I'll tell you, guy who puts out his picks. He puts them out over at the Pump Big Pod. He is Michael Huffer. Michael_Huffer3. What's up, Huff?
Got the repping the gear. Go to the merch store. They got a lot of selection. And yeah, I'm fresh off of going into IUPUI's gym. It was a hostile environment for Greg Campy in Oakland, but they got it done. So all 39 of us in that gym.
Yeah, it was a packed house. Yeah, I definitely see you. You were right there with 10 other people. So.
Oh yeah, you were a national TV superstar last night, weren't you?
Oh yeah, ESPN Plus was all over my wife. We were front row, and then I was like, "There's courtside VIP tickets," and they had like there's a lot of amenities for it. I was surprised.
Yeah. Shout out to Uwe Pui. They got dominated again. They've kind of hit a wall here in February. We still love Uwe Pui on this show, but they suck. Games going on right now. Monmouth clinging to a 10-point lead. Cal Baptist is absolutely not destroying, but controlling the game at Arlington. I think they're up 13 in this one. NJIT, Bryant tipped off. Albany Lowell tipped off. Binghamton, UMBC tipped off, and then at 6:30 here in 20 minutes, we get Queens, Bellarmine, and then a shitload of 7 o'clock games. I will say Thursdays are cool because you get a shitload of 8 o'clock games, and they do stagger it out better than Wednesday night's the worst. Wednesday night, there's 50 games, and they throw like 40 on it at 7 o'clock, and then there's like 9 o'clock games. So Thursday, at least, there's a lot of games, but they do try and stagger it out across the different time zones. So anything you want to add to this slate here before we dive into it, Cap?
Shaping up for Legendary Day. That's all I got to say.
It usually does.
Plus EV, Legendary Day.
Hey, it's I'll tell you what, a lot of ESPN Plus games, so better than YouTube TV, I guess, right now. So it's ESPN Plus only.
I had actual people tweeting at me defending YouTube TV. I was like, "Fuck, what are you talking about?" Like YouTube TV sucks. It was a great. I mean, it's still a good product, but when you go up in price and your product decreases over the calendar year, that's a shit fucking company. I don't care what anybody fucking says. So they made it. They got woke. They went corporate. Whatever the fuck happened over there. That fuck. Maybe we need to get Elon on their fucking lazy asses over there at YouTube TV.
Tesla TV.
Yeah, but dude, fuck them, man. How the fuck are you gonna take Paramount? I mean, that's not a small thing.
No. There's 30 channels they're missing, and they're like, yeah, we'll increase the price. If you have Red Zone, you're paying $9.95 a month with Red Zone. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Terrible.
They did a good job with college football. Their quad box options were actually really nice because they would do the FS1 games with the ESPN games, so you could get all four. And Hulu doesn't allow that.
Yeah.
But
that's one thing. I do like YouTube TV's like interface. I'll give them that. So.
Hey, if you're gonna raise your prices, don't decrease your fucking product. That's all I'm asking. I mean, I understand inflation's up and all that bullshit, but don't fucking lose the channels that are gonna have March Madness. God damn. So let's get into the slate. Beanick did have it, and we got a couple whale plays alert here. There you go. There's Zach. Zach's whale plays of the night. Everybody, get it on over there. Bet
Omaha plus 9.5.
All right.
There you go, Zach. Good. Best of luck, brother. All right. We got Delaware. We got Towson. It is tipping off here. CBS Sports Network, 7:00. We got Wilmington laying. How many now is the number? Down to 5.5. I'm going to still lay with the Seawolves. I know they won the first game of this series on Charleston. But I don't think that was a fluke. I think they're the better team this year, better roster. I think Charleston a little bit overvalued just because of the name. Kelsey not as good. Mac not as good as Kelsey's teams, in my opinion. I see a lot of holes with this team defensively, so I will lay the points with Wilmington. Cap?
I have got a cosign. Again, College of Charleston, they got that, their leaky defense. I don't. That usually doesn't set when you have that kind of problem, it usually doesn't set you up for success on the road. I like the way this UNC Wilmington team is playing. So I'll go ahead and lay it with UNC Dub. Let's get it with them. I think Charleston is probably going to be the public side tonight. Let's hop on that UNC Dub.
Yeah. I laid it with UNCW last night as well. People seeing that Charleston's catching it was 6.5, 5.5. So I think that I'm with you, Cap, and I'll co-sign that there'll be the public. But I don't like this Charleston defense. You give up 70 points almost to Stony Brook. You give up a certain amount of points to A&T, and you almost lose those games at home. I think UNCW is solidifying that they're the number one team in this conference, and they're going to make a run. So, yeah, give me UNCW with that bad 5.5 number, but I'm not afraid of it this time.
Yeah, we'll live.
We will live. I did skip a game. Let's go over to Towson, Delaware here, the other CAA game. This is not the national TV game. This is on Flow. Make sure you get your insurance with Flow while you're at it. Towson's down to 6.5. I like Delaware here in the points. They've already played. Delaware's seen them. Delaware have been better as a dog. And Towson, winners of 10 in a row. They play more of a physical style of basketball. I think they win the game by like one possession. So give me Delaware in the points here in this other CAA game.
I'm going to lay it with Towson. First of all, the line for this is actually the total for this is actually kind of funny. 142.5, and they just played 2 weeks ago. Can you guess how many points were scored in the other game?
142.
142. You got amazing. So yeah, Vegas working overtime here to set that line. Towson is they're just like in conference, they're just like the class of that conference. They beat Delaware by 10. They've been, they play close game. They tend to play close games, but they beat Delaware by 10, Northeastern by 10. I'm looking, Stony Brook, they've been beating these teams by 7 points, 10 points, 7 points. I think Towson's the class of that division. I think they're going to get the job done. I think they're going to cover the number. This number did come down. I like Delaware at last night at 8.5, 9.5. Now that it's down at 5.5, I'm thinking Towson's the play. But
Yeah, I'm going to lay it with Towson here as well. I normally go with the stout defenses versus like a high-paced offense that plays little to no defense, as I quote-unquote LA fitness ball. That just I like this Towson team on defense. Number does scare me, but yeah, give me Towson on the lay there. I'm with you, Cap.
Right on.
All right, let's pay the bills. Let's get on over there and let's talk about NASCAR. Daytona 500, you can bet on that. So get on over there with the Daytona 500, guys. The contest is back. Enter to win $100 cold hard cash, $100 SGPN gift card, plus a random bonus prizes. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Says Daytona to sign up today. We are also brought to you by Edge Boost. SGPN has partnered up with Edge Boost for Premier Visa debit card for better bettors. Earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using edgeboost.card. And you know your card is safe with Edge Boost. So get on over there, sign up today, and use the code SGPN so that you can get better cashback rewards to get Tier 2 status. That is edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. Edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We are also brought to you by MyBookie. MyBookie.ag is the place to be. Accepts customers from a ton of different locations, easily depositable and lightning payout using crypto. Head over to MyBookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN for a 100% deposit up to $1,000 plus a $10 casino chip. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, baby. Get on over there. Claim your 7-day free trial today by heading over to sportsgamblingpockets.com/rhythm to build your model today. Number one AI-powered sports betting platform. That is sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Last but not least, Underdog Fantasy. The promo code is right above Cap's head. It is TCESGPN. You can tap winners or stack winners on top of winners. Cap, let's dive into the old Underdog today.
Okay, I went 2-1 last night, and I was salty about it. I should have gotten a sweep. I'm gonna start you off with. Okay,
start us off with a bang.
Okay, we're gonna go to South Florida, Memphis. Heading to South Florida tonight. I usually don't take players on the road. At least I try not to go higher on players on the road. But PJ Haggerty, his assist total is only 3.5. He's been averaging 3.7 assists per game on the road. And South Florida is actually really leaky when it comes to allowing the help. So we're going to go higher and we're going to go higher on PJ Haggerty to get 3.5 assists. Sorry, I couldn't get my mouth around the PJ, the Haggerty, and the higher all at the same time, but I ended up doing it. So that's where we're going to go for the first leg.
Higher.
Higher Haggerty, say that 5 times. I'm going to shout out Cap here on his articles, and I will be maybe getting this. I'm giving my credit to Cap because this is coming straight from his article, and I like this play just due to the little number it is. We're going to go with Bryce Williams higher than half a steal. He needs to get 1 steal basically. For the Cornhuskers, he did this well against Maryland last time. Like Cap says in his article, Maryland's not too careless with the ball, but at the end of the day, the home crowd, he just needs to get 1 in transition. So I like that. Bryce Williams higher than half a steal. And shout out Cap writing these articles. He's sharp with these. So go look at him and go on the SGPN website.
The last time they played, he actually had 3 steals against Maryland, and they set the number at a half. So you can get 1. You can get 1.
Is it a bait?
I hope not. Last leg. I'm going to take you to Oregon State heading to Portland. We're going to go lower on DeMarco Minor rebounds. This team's already played once this year. He only managed 3. They set the number at 5.5. Also, he's gone lower in 6 out of his last 8 games. Oregon State tends to let the big guys, Parsifala and Michael Ratai, pick up most of the boards there. I don't like this. I don't like him to get. I don't think Minor might get 5. He's not getting 6. So we're going to go lower on DeMarco Minor rebounds at 5.5.
Let's go. Take us home, Huff.
I will indeed take us home. And it's going to be another higher. And this is this is coming up with me as Cap uses we use Cap's 3 picks, and they're all going to win 3-0 night. I'm going to go to Khalif Battle for Gonzaga against San Francisco. I think Khalif Battle will run that second team. He still gets tons of minutes played, and even if he only gets 18 to 20 minutes in a game, he has a ton of usage on that floor with that unit specifically in. So I will go higher than 13.5 points. I expect a lot of points for Gonzaga and San Francisco, and I think he'll tear up that second unit for San Francisco as they're just – I know Gonzaga is not the most deep, but I disagree with that. I think they're a little deeper than people and they have been in the past, and I don't think San Francisco is. So, yeah, give me Battle higher than 13.5.
Get on over there to Underdog Fantasy and use our promo code, baby, TCESGPN. All righty, we are back, and let's dive into the rest of the slate, gents, because we got Longwood High Point. It's going to be a good one here over in High Point down there in North Kakalaka. These two teams played a couple weeks ago. We had a High Point going down. That game was awesome, actually. That was a classic.
Actually, the game was really good.
Yeah, and this is going to be a fun game, I think, once again here. Longwood getting 10.5. They have fucked with High Point because of their physicality. I think they mess with them again. I'm taking the 10.5. I see 11 out there. I'll take the points with Longwood here as a big dog against High Point once again.
Do you think Longwood might be live here?
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to finish it. If you know what I mean, like I think they're going to be in it. Like I think this is going to be a tight game, like it always is with these two. But I don't think that they finish it off.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Yeah, I definitely think this is going to be a tight game. I mean, you just look at the way these two teams played. They don't really blow any. In conference, they don't tend to blow teams out. These games tend to be really tight. I think 10.5 is an insane number for this. If anything, I think what they're trying to do is trying to get public money to, see the name brand at High Point and jump on that as opposed to riding with Longwood in the 10.5. This is way too many points for this, so I'm riding with Longwood. I really want to sprinkle the money line, but you've talked me off it. Just give me the 10.5. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Ride that Longwood. Yeah, I didn't pick a side in this. I didn't feel enough conviction. I just think there's a revenge angle for High Point, but if I had to lean one, I'd go Longwood. I did take the over 153.5. It's up to 155. Might be a square play, but we went for the totals here. I think it's a lot of points, and I think that these offenses are efficient enough that'll be a lot of points tonight. So, and I hope that's a similar. I hope. That's basically the same side if you guys took the points then, because then Longwood could score. So,
lay the wood with Longwood. Let's go, baby. All right. Let's go over the fucking stinkiest game of maybe the fucking.
It's gone up too.
I know. Sam Houston's laying 2.5 now. Guys, Sam Houston's on a 7-game losing streak. They're 1-10 in league play. Jack State 9-2, 9-2. They're on like a 7-game win streak. And Sam Houston's laying points.
Okay, so Sam Houston, they've lost 2 of their last 3 in overtime, and they lost at Liberty by 3 points.
Yeah.
So
they're the right side. I mean, we all know that.
They got to be. I mean, Jacksonville again. They've won 8 in a row. They're losing this game, right? Like Sam Houston has to get one of these, and this is it. That's what the line's telling you. Is the books know. There's no other reason for this to be for them to be favored. Or, I mean, I guess the home favorite. But either way, Sam Houston's aside. There's no other argument, is there?
Well, hilarious game, isn't it?
I can't wait to see how this plays. Watch it. Jackson blows them up by 20.
I'm normally a guy that goes for these, but I don't like the Sam Houston State. I'll be the square one in this endeavor just for this game at least. But the line is totally telling you it's Sam Houston State. But I went with the better team on this one, and they're maybe not as good away from home. But this Sam Houston State is just they've just let me down. So yeah, I'll take Jack State here.
Actually, the number to play here, I think, is the over. It's 142. It hasn't moved. 142.5 hasn't moved. Well, I guess it opened 143, came down a little bit. But either way, the number to play here is the over between these two teams. They're both going to get over 70. I have a feeling. So
I'm pretty confident Sam Houston's going to win the game. You said, they've lost all those close games, and Jack State's off Western Kentucky, Middle Tennessee, sweeping both of those like that. This is a tough spot going down to Sam Houston. I think this would be the random game where I think Sam Houston might blow them out, to be honest.
Shout out to Elliot. Sam Houston wins by 1. You heard that here first, people. Lock that up.
Let's go to the game that's on the thumbnail here. Omaha, South Dakota State. South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits are laying. What's the number at now? 8.5. Lay it. Jackrabbits big tonight, 15+. Revenge game. Omaha's only losses in the state of South Dakota already. They're Omaha's walking into a buzzsaw here tonight. Revenge game, and South Dakota State, I think, shoots them out of the gym.
Yeah, there will be no beating up trash cans in South Dakota tonight. I think this is kind of an obvious spot for South Dakota. Just better team, better roster. Omaha has really overachieved. 10-1 in conference. 10-2, big time loss tonight. They're losing by 12. Let's get it with South Dakota State. Huff? What say you?
Yeah, I on the Pump Fake Pod last Friday, I banged on the trash can. I brought my trash can over here and was doing WWE moves on it. I am not doing that tonight because you don't go into Brookings. That's not an easy environment. They've already lost in South Dakota, a little up north in Vermilion. You don't go into Brookings and get a dub, and that crowd's going to be rocking. And South Dakota State's just a better program. They've been here before. This Omaha team's got the 2 toughest road spots in a row. They stumble. They lose by 14 here in a letdown spot. Give me South Dakota State as well.
Okay.
Let's go. All righty. Zach saying Henderson. Henderson, when I had him on the show, he's a good dude. Great coach. He used to be neighbors with Zach.
Wow.
Speaking of Zach, go over to your Cornhuskers, Zach. We got Nebraska. We got Maryland. I will ride with you. I'll take Nebraska. I think revenge angle, home atmosphere, bubble team needs a game like blood. Maryland's not the same team away from College Park. And Nebraska just makes shots in that building. They got some magic in that place.
Yeah, they really do.
I like him here. I'll be just to be safe. I'm not going to lay the 1.5. I'll just take -120 on the money line.
Okay. Does this line stink to you a little bit? Do you think Nebraska should be the favorite coming into this or no?
What they play a couple weeks ago? I think Maryland was favored by like 8.5, 9.5.
Yeah, that was in Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it kind of is telling that they're favored. I think
so too. Yeah, I think this one doesn't stink as bad as that Sam Houston line, just because come on, nothing stinks that bad. But I do think Maryland's a better team, but Nebraska in that building is going to get the job done. Building should be on fire. There's nothing else to do in Lincoln, so those kids are going to be showing up. Also, Nebraska won 3 in a row. Won 4 in a row. Maryland just coming off the big Rutgers win. Yeah, give me Nebraska to get the job done here tonight. It's gonna be a close one, but they're gonna get it done.
It's a huge game for their resume.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, well, Maryland coming in with a number next to their name. So yeah, they gotta get this one if they're gonna try to dance. They gotta get this one.
Lock it up. I'm on Nebraska as well too. I totally think Maryland's a better team, but I think they've exhausted their road tenure. Kevin Willard got off that hump off his back, and with Illinois, Indiana road wins. And they probably should have won against Ohio State on the road as well too, but they stumbled in the Final 5. So Final 10, I should say. But I like this Nebraska team at home. I think were stumbling at home in the early part of the season, but now they've got that hump off their back, winning 2 home games in a row against Illinois and Ohio State, which Ohio State's probably a little even to them more than Illinois, but I like Nebraska here. They get an upset, although they're favored at home. Home crowd brings them home. Let's go, Zach.
Let's go. All right. Bob Roberts versus North Dakota State. I actually bet Bob Roberts here. I I think it's too many. I mean, laying 13.5 at home, national TV. Hey, those national TV games can sometimes be a little rigged. You know, they're putting them on CBS Sports Network, and all of a sudden the whistle goes to the Dogs' way to keep these games close for TV rights. I'm gonna go Oral Roberts here, getting a big number. I just think North Dakota State. This is a tad too high to lay, even in Fargo.
Also, they don't really. They haven't blown. They've dropped three of their last 5, and they haven't really blown anybody out in a while.
They haven't been playing well. They've lost 3 out of 4. I mean, what did they do the first time? They won by 14.
That's where they got the line from. Okay.
Yeah.
Oral Bob plus a 13.5. Vegas working really hard to set this line. Let's get it. They're going to cover this. Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, they scored 200-something points combined last game or whatever. What was the final score of that game? Oral Roberts. I didn't like either side. I just haven't liked putting my money on Oral Roberts, but definitely would sway that way. But I locked up the North Dakota State team total over. It was 83.5. I think there's going to be a lot of points here. I think Oral Roberts can hang as well too, and this is going to be in the high 80s game. So. Yeah, I'm not a totals guy, but I was 2-0 last night on my totals, so I was like, I'll bet 2 more totals this game.
Dip those toes in the totals.
Yeah, dipping the toes in. I like it.
I'll tell you what I like to dip my toes in, and that's betting against Memphis as a favorite. South Florida, fade Penny as favorite again. How many fucking games have I hit? Like, what's Memphis's ATS record in league play?
It can't be good.
I'm just going to keep going to it. All right, they're laying points. Take the points. I mean, who have they covered against? This may be the one that they actually covered, but I'm sticking to my system.
They covered against UAB.
Yeah,
they blew them the fuck out.
That was like the one get up spot. Other than that, they
Yeah.
haven't covered a game. No, they covered the fluky Tulane game where they were losing a bunch of the game. And
Right.
They fucking
covered by 9 or whatever.
Yeah, the line was like 9.5. I think 8.5, 9.5. Okay, yeah. So,
they're a Jekyll and Hyde team. They'll be covering the number, and then they'll just be like, "All right, this game's over. You guys can cover."
Yeah,
it's hilarious. I mean, they covered what? FAU to start league play, then North Texas, no. ECU, no. Temple, they lost outright. Charlotte, they didn't cover. Wichita, they didn't cover. And they covered random 2 games in Rice, Tulsa, and Temple, they did not cover. They're 3-8 ATS. Give me USF. USF down there, tricky road spot, tricky road trip.
Well, the other side of this coin is that USF has been really mediocre this year. 12-12 coming into this one. They've dropped 3 of their last 5.
Yeah.
Lost a really mediocre Wichita team at home too.
I know you're getting them off a good spot. USF's going to win outright. Watch.
I'm gonna if I were Colby, we'd be battling on this. I'll take Memphis. I'll take TMZ over here. I'll lay it with Memphis. I'll lay the 6. I think they covered the 6.5. I think they got to cover one of these games.
We keep saying that.
Hey, I bet every one of these games. This one I did not bet. I know it's Penny with points, but for some reason I just had this gut feeling last night that they might cover this number. But I don't want to lay points with Memphis. I don't want to bet on USF either. So I stayed off of this game. But if I had to lean, I'd go Memphis. But it shows you how strongly convicted I feel about that.
Apparently Zach is on Memphis. Oh, geez, I'm sunk now. All right, that's a donation.
That's a lot.
We're already with them on Nebraska. So
yeah. Well, I mean that one. That's just the right. That line stinks. It's the right side.
Congrats on 71.
I just made a donation to the books on that one. Oh well. Can't win them all.
Let's go to the rivalry. Speaking of battles, Colby and I got a battle here.
Okay.
And that line is down. It's down from 7.5 to 6.5. So, Zach, you're moving the number the opposite way there, buddy. Irvine is laying 8.5. Dude, I'm on Santa Barbara. This is a rivalry game. Santa Barbara, I still think they have talent. That's what's crazy about them. I don't think
they're not bad. They're 8-5 in conference, 16-8 overall. They're not bad.
Well, I feel like they should be on the level of Irvine and UC San Diego, or a tad below them. They're kind of in the middle of the pack.
I think they are in that. That's about where they are.
But I don't know. I
understand what you're saying, but I think they're about there.
They're 8-5. I mean, they're in 5th place.
Yeah, the league's so deep too.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Riverside and Northridge should be above them, is what I'm saying.
Okay, Riverside's pretty good this year.
And everyone in that Big West Conference, everyone's a 500 record. So I mean, you know, it's a tough conference. They're all 500.
I'm taking the late night dog.
I'm gonna co-sign. I'm gonna ride with you because again, rivalry game. I don't like the match. You know, the one tough matchup that UCI presents is that ridiculous 7-footer they have, Luketon. I kind of like his game. I can see he's effective in that league. I think if you put him anywhere else, he'd be a bit of a mess.
Yeah,
he'd be the Sean Bradley role where everybody would try to dunk on him. In this league, nobody has that size. So I'm going to co-sign it with UCSB. I think they keep this one close. They're also coming off a loss to San Diego. I think they want to get this one again. Oh, sorry, take that back. Irvine lost to San Diego. I get the teams flipped. Santa Barbara's been playing really well. They won 4 of their last 5. Big win against a big win against a mediocre away team. But either way, I think they keep this one close. Keep it within the number. Irvine wins by 4. Let's get it.
I think it'll be a competitive game as well. But I think UC Irvine ends up covering this number in the second half. So I locked up UC Irvine here just off their loss on national TV against UCSD. I think they bounce back here. So I'll be with Colby on this one. So
that 8.5 number is always an interesting number. Hey, Arlington came all the way back.
Yeah. Whoa.
What's the point total at?
54-53.
It's 107, so I need 36 points. I need to score 6 points per minute for me to get close.
So wait a second. So you had 143, I had 144, but I'm on the under, so we can both win? Or do you have 142? I
think I had 142.
Okay, yeah, so we can both win.
Yeah, potentially. We could middle.
That means it dropped a couple points from last night. Interesting.
Yeah. I think I got 140. I mean, let's see.
Sharp, man. I move lines. No.
My NJIT boys are they're only down 8 right now. Come on, NJIT. You're getting 17.5.
Keep it close.
Come on, Albany too. Come on.
Yeah, they got a nice 3-point lead. Queens up 13-9 on Bellarmine. I bet Queens. I wasn't falling for the Bellarmine shit anymore. Too many staples. Can't do it.
Trevor was all over that too. I was like, I ain't betting Bellarmine. Hell no.
Dude, the line tells you every week, and you just got to go. You're on crack, Vegas. They're fucking racist. They just keep loving Bellarmine. All right, I'll take you to a beatdown. Gonzaga is going to beat the shit out of San Fran tonight. Laying 14.5. San Fran's above them in the standings. Why are they like 14.5? This is that Oregon State game all over again from a couple weeks ago.
Oh, they won by 28?
Yeah, this is a beatdown.
I really want to take San Francisco here, but I have
it's so tempting, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All those points.
Yeah, but that's the line psychology. They want you to think that.
They're above them in the standings, and they're getting 14.5.
But that's just they don't need to beat them by 14. They just want to win. Yeah, I think Gonzaga beats San Francisco. They've not been. I know they've won 4 in a row, but they didn't. They just got past St. Mary's. I say they beat the shit out of Washington State, but everybody does. Yeah,
they suck on the road.
Yeah. This is a beatdown. I have a feeling. Yeah, you're right. This is a beatdown in the kennel.
San Francisco is a fake team. I've seen them play. They cover.
How are they 20? How are they 20-6?
Well, they can.
They beat St. Mary's at home, but like they got blown out at St. Mary's.
Yeah,
Yeah, the War Memorial Coliseum is a tough place to win. So they got that at home, and they had a good MTE run a little bit, or not MTE run, non-con run. So, but I've watched this team. I feel like they play competitively for a little bit, and then they give up, which was kind of my cap on that Khalif battle prop as well too. Especially I think the second unit for Gonzaga gets them. So yeah, lay it with Gonzaga. I'm not afraid of that. It's so tempting. Look at that number. San Francisco's catching this many points. They're a good team. Well, it's for a reason. Gonzaga needs to manipulate their net a little bit too. Yeah. So,
agreed.
All right, let's fly around, guys. So some games in the chat that you guys want us to cover.
The over 52.
Andre says Marshall.
Marshall.
No, I laid it with South Alabama. Marshall's a fade on the road for me.
How many points? What's the line at?
4.5.
4.5.
Oh yeah. Lay it with South Alabama. Yeah, that's a good spot.
Marshall on the road is the cap. Yep.
So you think South Alabama's going to win that conference?
No.
No.
Troy.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Liberty, New Mexico State. I took New Mexico State as a home dog here, coming back home, getting 3.5 against Liberty.
That's a weird travel spot for Liberty. It's like literally like across the country.
Yeah.
I took New Mexico, but I didn't bet it. I just picked them. So actually, I did end up betting it. No, I did end up betting it. Shit. So yeah, let's go Aggies.
I think it was 3.5 last night. I grabbed it. Is it gone up?
It opened at 4.5, but it went down to 3.
So it's settled at 3. Yeah, I grabbed it at 3.5. I think they cover. I don't know if they win, but I do think this is a close. This is probably one possession game. So
they muck it up too. This game will be like 60-50. So.
It's that goofy travel spot for Liberty's obviously the better team, but it's that goofy travel spot. It is. No. How do you get to Las Cruces from freaking Liberty?
You got to go from Lynchburg and then. Yeah, I don't know where the nearest airport is. Yeah, sorry. Matt Dix is right. Arkansas State's going to win the league. Then Troy will be second.
Yeah.
Let's go Idaho at Montana and Weber at Montana State. I took both dogs. I didn't bet Weber. I can't do it again.
No. I took Montana, but I didn't bet the Montana State Weber State game.
I like Idaho State in this game. I don't think Montana is that good this year.
I
like it at home.
That line stinks.
It does, especially at home. That's why I was like, "What?"
Give me the 4.5. I'll dive into the stink.
I think Idaho State's going to win outright.
It's frozen at 4.5 too.
I think they are too. Yeah, that line does stink.
There was a game I was on.
No, the line that stinks. The line that stinks is Northern Colorado laying 8.5 at Sac State.
Oh yeah, I bet Sac State.
I can't do it. That's a 1-800 gambler. Sac State is a 1-800 gambler team for me. I'm not touching Sac State.
You got to believe. You got to believe in the system. JMU line stinks. It's 3.5. I laid it with JMU, but I'm not feeling too good about it right now.
Is the line moved at all?
The same.
So it's settled at 3.5. Has not moved.
It has not moved since last night. Yeah.
JMU, they're not the same team as last year, but this Georgia State team is pretty rough. I'm okay with laying it there. I think they win this outright. They get this road win. Nobody, who's going to be a Georgia Southern game on a Thursday night?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Willie and Clark are talking about Weber. Weber's covered 2 out of the last 3 guys. Watch out. They're getting hot.
Max, someone on the Twitter chat is saying LA Tech. I laid it with LA Tech. That was one of my favorite bets.
It's square. It's square, but I laid against Kennesaw.
Yeah, you got to lay with them at home.
Yeah, and Kennesaw on the road, and La Tech lost like 2 of their last 3, I think.
Yeah.
These 2 games in the CAA, Northeastern, Campbell, and then Hofstra, Bill Mary. I took Hofstra at Bill Mary. Bill Mary's banged up, and I took Northeastern over Campbell. They had the 1-game bump. They're banged up. I'm all over Northeastern. That was one of my favorite ones of the night.
Campbell on the road, Northeastern. Yeah, that's probably the right side. Line's going up though. Open at 3.5 and 5.5. I think 5.5 might be getting up there. I would think if it got to like 6 or 7, I'd probably jump on Campbell.
This was one of my favorite bets of the night as well, Mac. I love this Northeastern team at home. I think Bill Cohn's got them kind of rolling, and I know they've lost some tough games too. And you're right, Campbell as much as I don't care for injury news in college basketball, I ignore it. This one just feels a little different but they did get up for that last game. But you're right. I just think they look a little different. I also took William and Mary. I'm tired of this Hofstra team, but I don't feel strong about it. So.
Abilene Christian and Tarleton in the wacky whack. Tarleton's getting 11.5 at home. Definitely taking Gillespie. That place will be lit.
Oh yeah, at home, absolutely, without question.
Yeah, I'll take Abilene as well. Getting 2.5 at home against Seattle.
I have no idea what to do with that game. I don't trust either of those teams. Abilene has been rough this year, and Seattle is you face Seattle outside of the crack house, but I don't think they're any. I don't think Abilene's any good either. Don't
disrespect them.
I guess I'll take. I guess I'll dive into the stink and take Abilene, but I don't love it.
Yeah, I didn't bet the Abilene game, but I did lock up Tarleton State. Come on, at home. I mean, Grand Canyon, they're such a good team, right? They're so good, but come on, Tarleton, there's no disrespect. And come on, it's Gillespie.
Yeah, you're paying extra for the name brand there. And Tarleton, again, in November, they were like one of the worst teams in the country. They were like up there with like Alcorn in terms of how bad they were. They've really figured it out over the past 2 months, and have really kind of come together. So I like, if they can keep that team together for next year, I really like them in that conference. But for this one, yeah, I'll take the 11.5.
Tal's asking about North Alabama, and they've been fucking great at home. I'm a little worried about them tonight. I feel like the line's kind of stinky a little bit. North Alabama.
What's the number? I can't find it.
8.5.
Yeah, 8.5 against North Florida. North Florida's been a chippy dog.
They were the November favorite though. November favorite in February. It's usually not the same.
I know. That's when you want to fade them. To your point,
yeah.
Dude. Yeah, I didn't feel strong enough about this. Like I laid UNA a few times, but I did bet North Alabama, but it does feel weird, and I expect there to be a lot of points.
Give me North Florida. I'll take the stinky line. I'll dive into it.
We'll take the stink. Okay. What else we got from the chat? Albany, blah blah blah.
Albany looks good. What are they up to? Let's do a quick update here.
I'll do a score update. Monmouth's up 5 with 3 minutes to go. Arlington and Cal Baptist are tied, despite fucking Cal Baptist what is Arlington from the free throw line this game? They're like 11 of 29. These bastards. That's a ridiculous game ever. Queens is up 3 on Bellarmine. Albany's up 1. Man, the game got away from NJIT. They're down 16 at the half.
Rolled.
Yeah, they're getting fucked up.
You suck.
Fucking technology. Not working.
They've been good for me lately, but not tonight. It looks like. I
kind of want to jump on Lowell. I didn't bet that game, but I like them at home. They're down 1 right at the moment. I kind of want to jump on them.
A couple of ones I like that stink tonight. I do like Stetson. I do like what was the other one I liked? West Georgia getting the big number. I like that one. And then there was one other one. Oh, A&T. I'm gonna keep riding with my boys from A&T.
You got
it. Fed play.
Shout out to the Feds.
Dude, I love them. They play hard. They've been inspired.
Thin blue line play of the day. NCA&T.
They're hilarious. I love them.
Me too.
Pure corruption.
Did you guys lay it with UTEP? I took UTEP 8.5. It's kind of jumped one more. I don't love the FIU number, but
I kind of stayed away. I didn't really.
That game's it's so many points. With the way UTEP plays, it's the lines like that tend to get away from them. They tend to keep it close and chippy, so it's hard for them to cover these big lines. So at 9.5, I would really be tempted to take FIU there, but I'm probably not going to bet it because they're so rough and they're on the road.
What does Colby say? No bet, discipline. No bet,
no bet.
Discipline Dundee.
Rob
He's
Donaldson
very disciplined on the Wednesday night, Thursday morning show.
You got to stay disciplined with these Wednesday and Thursday night are the disciplined nights. You got to stay disciplined. You get a lot of.
What was the game? He goes, "Oh, I'm showing a lot of discipline." They saw alarm. He goes, "Oh, I'm betting this." All right, let's give out our parlay for the night for the great people. Favorite dog, mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN, everybody.
Okay. So, Huff, do you know where you're going to
go? I got one. It's kind of gone down a little bit, and I guess I'll take the short one. I think Old Dominion gets a win on the road. I like this team on the road. They've won me one on this moneyline parlay. So I'll take Old Dominion here. It is kind of short, though.
I think my favorite one's also a short one, too. So apologies to the chat, but let's make some money. Give me Hofstra.
Okay. So Old Dominion, Hofstra. So you guys are going to put the pressure on me.
Need the anchor.
You guys give out yappers.
Yeah.
I think I think 2 of the last 3 nights I've cashed a yapper on the money line. So
let's go with the likes. I'm looking at it.
I never hit the yapper. I hit like when I do the lay ones, except for that last one on Monday. But
let's go Idaho State.
Okay.
All right.
I fuck with it.
It's not a huge one, but it's still, hey, 13-1, Idaho State, ODU, Hofstra, 3 dogs on the road. Like them all. Let's go. 13-1 over at mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. Let's go, guys.
Okay, we're going to do the individuals, and we'll do the parlay. We're covering all the bases tonight.
Yeah, what's your favorite one on the board?
Oh, favorite play for tonight?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. We got favorite one for tonight. I'm going to take you to UC. I'll do Davis. Like UC Davis. I just bet it. I bet it on the money. I got minus 112. I bet on the money line last night. That's probably my biggest bet of the night. I really like this Davis spot. That's probably my favorite.
I like the Davis angles too. I took Davis as well. I like Northeastern here on the comeback. It's gone to 5.5, but I mean, I'm still not worried about it. It definitely is a little more scary than the 3.5, but I like this Northeastern team at home, and I think Campbell's gonna finally come back to earth a little bit.
All right, I'll ride with you.
Yeah, I like Northeastern. I'll go Sam Houston. Let's go. Give me the last place team laying points against the first place team.
Let's get it.
I almost said Nebraska, but I was like, oh, that's Zach's play.
Yeah, that one's cursed. Yeah, that one, yeah.
Arlington leads by 3, 51 seconds. Monmouth leads by 5, 117. Queens up 3. Albany down 1 now, 55 seconds. NJIT, you suck. All right, guys, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's get ready for the action tonight. Be back. Short slate, not as short as last week, but
last week was ridiculous.
It was fucking stupid as fuck. But
7 games.
I think there's 17 games tomorrow. I think.
Oh, hey now.
We're heading in the right direction. There should be 25 on Friday. I'm not saying put 30 to 40 games on Friday, but I think 20 to 25 games.
Yeah,
so
25.
And then
25
what is there going to be more games on Sunday now without like football kind of distinction?
Sunday's slate this week is nice.
Okay.
Michigan, Ohio State, Utah State, New Mexico for first place. There's another one.
It's on all day too, noon to 8.
St. John's, Creighton. Yeah, there's a Bradley, Drake. There's some really good Sunday games.
Yeah, good mid majors too. It looks like as well.
Memphis, Wichita State.
Yeah, I'll be on the points.
I know you will.
Bradley Drake.
Whatever the number is, give me the other team, not Penny Lang, the big number. So, all right, guys. He's at Canvas Capper. He's at Michael _Huffer3. Go check out the Pump Fake Pod tonight. I'm at Moneyline _Mac. We'll see you in a couple hours. This is the College Basketball Experience, and we are out of here.